Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dakota Dunn and my dad is Timothy Dunn. So I wanted this to have a proper introduction and a proper ending, but unfortunately a lot of things got in the way and the documentary was unfinished. So in my hand here is a book. In this book has a bunch of questions and everything about my dad's life. So what you are about to see is a one-on-one interview with him and I about 4 months ago, before the cancer really started to take over. So this footage is the only footage we got of this book. There are still maybe 40-some pages that are unfinished, but without further ado, enjoy. And hopefully you find this story as entertaining as I did. Well, that's not a bad way, but I'll go ahead and I need to do an introduction too, probably.
Yeah, a small one.
So, hello everybody, my name is Dakota Dunn. I am here with my father, Timothy Dunn, and I don't really know how to say this or get it out, but in short, we are collecting your life story. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good today, actually. Not too bad.
That's good. So, do you want to explain why we're doing this?
Yes. The reason why we're doing this documentary is because recently I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and they gave me 6 months to a year. And I realized that there's really no videos or anything about me growing up or anything like that, and I figured, maybe my descendants would like to see who their grandpa or great-great-grandpa or whatever is down the line someday. So that's why we're going to do this. Hello everybody, my name is Timothy Dunn, and I was just recently diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. I'm 56 years old. I was born in 1968 in Lockport, New York. Welcome to the channel. I hope that you find it educational and that you can take away from something from this to help somebody that's also dealing with pancreatic cancer, or if you yourself are and are alone in it, that this can help you out a great deal. So thank you, and please like and subscribe. What we're trying to do here is just kind of a play-by-play over time to let people be aware and know what a person goes through that's been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Now, to start off with a little backstory, back in October, I started losing weight, and it progressed and progressed. Well, come February, I ended up going to a gastrologist who then did a few tests and sent me up to the James Cancer Center, which they did a few tests. And just a few days ago, I found out that I have stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And so my son and I talked about it, and I'm very lucky to have family all around me and for support and everything. And there are people out there that go through this sort of thing by themselves. And I figure from now until the end, I'd like to document everything. So that way those that catch this disease can be more aware what to look forward to, the treatments, and let them know how those are doing, what I've done, and perhaps it will allow them to make a good educational decision on what they want done with their lives as they're going through this.
Which I think is a pretty cool idea too, because if we could look at our great whatever,
Right.
and actually hear and see them.
And by the way, if you're listening, my great grandkids or great-grandkids, hello, know that I'm looking down upon you.
Which is kind of funny to go along with that is if it's a great, then it could also be my great.
Right.
200 years later from now, after we're long gone,
Yeah,
there's
there
still
you
something
go.
there. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the questions.
Okay.
So the first question here on the list is, what is your favorite or your first childhood memory, not favorite?
My very first childhood memory isn't a very good one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably why I can remember it. I was very small, about 3 or 4 years old, and my mother and father were arguing. It was getting very loud, and I had went into my room, and I had this little wooden case. It was like a suitcase, but it was made of wood, and it had this little latch on it. And I opened it up, and I grabbed some clothes and put it in there. And I went down the stairs and sat down on the, about halfway down, and I sat down on the steps, and my dad looked at me. He said, "What in the world are you doing?" And I said, "I'm tired of this, I'm leaving." And I remember my dad looked at me and said, "Well, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out." Now, that I do remember. Last week, we went up and seen the doctor to go over the treatments. And they all agree that right now, my body is too weak to take any of these treatments. So they need to actually fix my stomach. See, little backstory, I had a gastric bypass many years ago. And they have since then reattached the pouch to my stomach. But at the bottom of the pouch, their opening is too big, and it's causing a lot of dumping syndrome, which doesn't allow my body to absorb the nutrients that it needs. So they need to get that fixed first. Once they do that, then they can start the higher chemo and radiation. For now, my understanding is they're just going to do like this lower dose of it. So we're working on that. Seems like it's a slow process, but it is what it is. I had a hard time now with nauseous and not able to eat anything. I've tried their pills for that. They don't work or nothing like that. I tried the prescriptions that they gave me. Nothing worked. So I tried some green, if you know what I mean. And right away, the sickness was gone. I had an appetite, and the pain level went way down. So that's a thought right there. I do remember I had this stopwatch when I was little. And at the top of that staircase, there was this hole in the wall, and I ended up losing it. It fell down in the wall. And, oh gosh, about 15, 16 years later, after the house had burnt down, we were remodeling it, I found that watch in the wall, and it still worked.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Battery didn't die?
It was a wind-up.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the old-time ones. Yeah.
That's probably where my like of stopwatches comes from.
Maybe.
Okay, you ready for the next question?
Sure.
Okay, so next on the list, what was your first happy... Well, we got two. What was your first happy memory and your first sad memory?
I don't know if I would call that part with the suitcase my sad memory. I think that was just a normal kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But my happy memory, oh gosh, my very first happy memory.
Yeah, and that's pretty far back.
I remember, I don't remember how old I was, but I remember that my dad had got me this Farmall tractor set. And I mean, it was the tractor, the rake, the baler, everything.
Those are little metal ones?
Yes, it was the metal ones. And man, did I have a time with those outside. I'd break up little pieces of grass, and it would actually pick it up and run it through.
Yeah, they don't make toys like that anymore.
Oh yeah, it had a little PTO that would turn. It's like a drive shaft, power takeoff they call it, but it hooked up to all the other equipment, and they would turn and make them work too.
Yeah, toys are too cheap now.
Oh yeah.
I roughly remember having a bunch of tractor trailers, little ones.
Yeah, well, your Grandpa Rex, he would try to find the metal ones and stuff too for you. Hi, sorry it's been so long since the last update. Since that last update, my wife and I, we took a little trip down to Virginia, and we spent some time there with my cousin and my daughter, and we went fishing. I had a ball, it was great, and it was night fishing, so it was all night long. We ended up coming back here, and my cousin put a roof on my house for me, and today I had to get this plug put in my chest today, so they can start the chemo up on I believe Wednesday. And they tried to give me some IVs, but it kept blowing the veins. You could see my arms, how they are right now. So I ended up having to get that cut and put in without any kind of sedation, but it only took about 5 minutes, and then once the doctor had it in there and in the artery, gave me something for pain, which that was fine. Whatever it was gave me an appetite. I was able to eat a Whopper and half a bag of fries, which is good because I got to put some weight on. This chemo, once they start it, is going to be every other week. He did say I am going to lose my hair, but I think I'm used to that. What we are going to do is my son is going to film part of that procedure with the getting the chemo done, and we'll put that on. We'll talk about things.
Happy memory, tractor. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Tractor
say the
combine.
tractor. Tractor set, yeah.
All right, now we're going to get a little bit deep.
All right.
Do you recall your first traumatic experience in life?
My very first traumatic experience in life. Yes. Yes, I do remember that. I was sitting on the back of a 57 Chevy. We were down in Florida. My dad and my cousin Daniel were wrestling around on the ground right there, and my Uncle Wayne was sitting next to me on the right side. Well, I wanted to get down and wrestle too, so I started to slide down the trunk. My Uncle Wayne thought I was falling, and he grabbed a hold of my arm, and I swung around, and the tail of that 57 Chevy hit me right between the eyes. I got a scar right there. And
I bet he felt bad.
Oh yeah, and I was bleeding everywhere. And I would say I was about 5 years old at that time.
That's very early.
Yeah, now for a kid, that's traumatic. I have some very traumatic experiences as I got older that we can get to later on.
Yeah. All right, so, how did that experience affect you?
Well,
Traumatized for life.
no, I'd say it made me remember, it definitely made me remember that day.
What are some of your biggest regrets in life, and would you change anything about them?
What are some of my favorite,
I wouldn't say your favorite regret, but your biggest regret.
My biggest regret, yeah. Oh my goodness. I would say that turning down the appointment to the Air Force Academy, that would be one of my biggest regrets. Because while I was in the military, I was given an appointment to go to the Air Force Academy. And I chose puppy love over the academy. Well, it's about 36 hours since that first dose of chemo. And I gotta tell you, I feel like shit. I was able to eat. I didn't vomit or anything. I did take these anti-nausea meds, and they got me on a water pill because I was swelling. Other than that, the feeling I'm getting from this chemo, from what I hear, is natural. My whole body hurts. It feels like my bones are just aching. I have no energy. My energy level is nil. If I stand up to go to the bathroom, I need help, or I'm just gonna fall. My legs just won't hold me. So we're working on that, and we're gonna try to get by this one day at a time.
What would have changed if you went to the academy?
I would have been an officer, and I probably would have went full term and retired.
Well, that makes sense. What is something you wish you could still do?
Oh gosh, I wish I could still run.
Run?
Yeah. I loved to run when I was younger, and my legs just don't have it no more.
Well, you might be able to.
Maybe one day, you never know, but I would say that, and well, I'm still breathing, so there's not much that I wouldn't try to do again if I wanted to.
Yeah. Now, we did several questions, loads of wonderful stories, and quite frankly, I can't really determine which one is my all-time favorite. Well, that's a good one. Is there anyone you wish you could talk to right now?
Right now, living or dead?
In general.
I would say my dad. I miss him a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really remember too much about him.
Right. You were young. He died in 2011.
I do remember he was like a bigger mafia style guy.
Oh yeah,
That's what I remember a lot.
Yeah, big guy, tough.
Who is someone that you met in your life that I haven't met that you wish that I could have, or could meet, or could have met?
Oh my goodness, definitely my great-grandfather, which would have been your great-great-grandfather. You would have loved the stories that he could tell. I mean, he had some good ones. In fact, there's one story where he went around and he had a bunch of this cracked corn. Now he was born in 1908.
It's cracked corn.
Yeah, and they had this corn, and they would chew this corn. I don't know if it from the story, if maybe they made it into popcorn and ate it that way, or what. But he wasn't sharing it with his brothers. He had six brothers. And he told me that he went up on a hill and sat on a stump and was eating that corn and fell asleep. And he said something woke him up, and when he opened his eyes, he said there was a coffin with these red flaming eyes coming after him, and he took off running. And he was yelling for his mother, and she came out, and he said that it's trying to get him. And she told him, well, tell him you'll be good. Tell him you'll be good. And he said, I'll be good, I'll be good. And he said he shared that with his brothers after that. I think, I don't think it's a true story, of course. I think it was more of a metaphor teaching me something, maybe.
Yeah, could have been a nightmare too.
Perhaps I was being, at the time, because I've been little, maybe I was not sharing something that I should have been, and that's why he gave me that story. So, but yeah, he had a lot of stories. There is this true story. There's two of them. He was on his way to go fishing one day, and this had to be about, I would say, if he was about 15, it would have been about 1925 maybe.
Oh wow.
And he was walking down to the river to go fishing, and he seen this young boy that was near a nest of copperheads, and the boy thought that they were worms, and my grandfather, great-grandfather, told him to stay away from that. Those are copperheads. So he went on to go fishing, and he said he was down there a couple hours, caught a few fish, and on his way back up the trail, he seen something in the brush, and he walked over there, and it was that little boy. He didn't listen, and he ended up being killed by copperheads.
Yeah.
And that was some story. And there's one more that was pretty interesting. Is he was about 25 years old, so that would have been in well, let's see, that would be 1933, and it was somewhere near Mobile, Alabama. And he told me that a big bald eagle had been coming down in this little town. And sometimes, you know, people would have their baby out on the yard, you know, on a blanket playing. And this eagle came down and grabbed this baby. Well, the town people got together, and the guys went, and they tracked it down up on this big hill in a cave. And they got up there, and one of the guys that got up there went in the cave. He came out just seconds later, started vomiting. And it turns out there was bones of several different animals and a lot of baby skulls. And the baby that it took, it had killed it. But that was quite a story too.
It's crazy how common that used to be back then too.
Oh yeah,
having your babies out all the time.
Yeah,
and you were always outside back then too.
Right. Yeah.
It's crazy. They'll pick up almost anything.
Mm-hmm. Hey everybody, this is the second update since the chemo started. It's been 4 days. Tomorrow will make the 5th. Today things started easing off a little bit. Less pain in my bones. Energy started increasing a little bit more. So I expect if it's going that way that tomorrow it'll be a better day. So I guess that ain't too bad. 5 days of that. My next chemo is on the 6th. So we'll have to see how many days that takes. I'll keep you updated throughout the next few days too on how I'm doing. Yesterday was the worst. It was pretty bad. I was miserable. I was really tired. Very, very weak. I had to even use a walker just to get around in the living room. So it's not anything I would ever wish on anyone. Another thing my son did pick up, which is supposed to help with your immune system. It's called turkey tail. And another supplement called lion's mane, which also helps like the liver and your immune system as well. So I'm no doctor, but I'm trying this stuff. Before you try anything, don't take the word of just one person. Do your studies. And that's about it. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there, well, this kind of touched on what you had mentioned earlier, but is there anything that you want your great or your grand or great children to know about you or your life?
Well, pretty much everything we're going to go through in this documentary, I want them to know. If something ever was forgotten, there's nothing I can do about that. It'll be lost in time.
Yeah, which we have a whole list of things, so or we'll be covering a lot of it. Definitely won't cover every bit of it, but if we covered every bit of it, you'd probably have 50-some years worth of documentary footage.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Next on our fancy list here, which would be a good one. When did you decide that you wanted to have children? Do you wish that you would have waited or had them sooner?
With my first one, I wish I would have waited because that was more of a puppy love type deal where the child wasn't actually mine, but I gave it a name.
Okay.
Because I wanted to be with this woman, which I realized later on it wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't there.
Yeah.
But then when you came along, that was special. That meant a lot.
What?
Oh, I just felt so proud. I knew that my lineage would go on, and it was a good feeling. I was 32 years old at that time, and yeah, I was very proud that day. Hi, as you know, my name's Tim, and I'm going through treatments for pancreatic cancer. I had my second round of chemo last Thursday, and I'll tell you what, the last 6 days has been hell. Very weak, no appetite, lightheaded, and just feeling like crap. Now today being the I guess the 7th, 6th, somewhere in there, day before a week is up anyway. I feel good. I got up, I felt real good, had more energy, got my appetite back. In fact, I'm down in Virginia, actually, where I'm just kind of recovering from the chemo. Nice mountain air, you know. And I'm going to go fishing this evening. So I'll keep you updated on that too. Now, the third round of chemo is actually being skipped to July 5th because on June 27th I have a procedure that needs to be done, and they want me to have all my strength and everything. So after July 5th, I'll be updating again. So,
What is one of your biggest goals in life, and did you accomplish it?
well, everybody's biggest goal is to become, wealthy and rich, but in reality, that doesn't happen. So, I would say the fact that I've had a very successful marriage, my second marriage, very successful, going on 25 years, that I've had children, we own a home, and we're not begging. And my kids were raised properly, never in trouble, never on drugs. So, yeah, I've accomplished my goal.
Well, I tried to be a good kid, so. Do you remember any groups or clubs that you were in when you were younger?
Oh, yeah.
Like what?
We had this little club when I was about 12 years old, and we wanted to be like the teenage kids, the older kids, because up in New York there's a lot of gangs.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Yeah, and we wanted to be like them, so we made up our own little gang, and our thing was stealing bicycles, repainting them, and reselling them. And we did that for a while until, we grew out of it. Time passes,
Probably made decent money, though.
Oh, we did all right. We were able to get our pop and stuff like that, and, pay some bum to buy us a pack of cigarettes or something.
Didn't have bills to worry about.
Yeah.
When did you start smoking?
I started smoking when I was 12, but I really got into smoking when I was about 15.
Okay. I was wondering, because sound like it.
Yeah.
What's your first school memory?
My first school memory is this would be after my mother and father had divorced. My father got with this other lady. My mother got with her next husband. And it was first day of kindergarten. And the lady that my father married had 2 daughters. And one of them was same age as me. Her name is Dorothy. She's my sister. I call her my sister, not my stepsister, because we're very close.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked me into the room because I was late getting there. Some kind of papers or something I'm thinking had to be filled out. But
Yeah.
they walked me into my classroom, and I seen her sitting in the front row at her desk. So I walked right up to her and put my fist up to her face just to say hi to her, you know, just joking around with her. And she was surprised to see me. And we spent kindergarten, first grade, and second grade all together. We were in the same classes until the school board found out we were brother and stepsister, and you know what I mean, step siblings. And then they end up putting us in separate rooms.
They didn't allow you to be in the same room?
No.
Huh.
I don't know why that is. Maybe because me and her got in a lot of trouble. We were like frickin' frat. There was trouble, and we were there. We're the ones that did it.
Well, that makes sense then why they'd separate.
Yeah. It's been since the 6th of June when I had my last chemo, and I got through that phase of the feeling crappy and everything, and now I'm in that. It's like, it seems to be like right around a week or so after I get constipated. So look forward to that. But that only lasts about a day or two. Now, this next round that's going to be coming up is not until the 5th of July because we got to skip around because they're going to be doing an osteo thing surgery where they go down my throat. They're going to put in the permanent stent where my pouch is to my stomach, and then they're going to close up where my pouch had opened up too far, and that should stop the dumping syndrome. And hopefully once that's done, I'll start putting more weight on. But I'm down here in Virginia right now at my cousin's, and I feel real good. I'm eating, and I'm keeping it down. And I think I'm putting on a little weight. So I haven't weighed myself yet, but I'll let you know in the next update. And that's about it. Please like and subscribe.
Do you remember any of your teachers?
Yes. I remember 3rd grade, Mr. Mulvey, and he had this board that he would have bad kids get up to the chalkboard, and he would whack them right in the butt. And one day I got whacked, and I went home. I told my dad, and this is when they had this visitation thing. I could be there a week. I could be with my mom a week, you know, because same district and everything. So I pretty much lived in both houses, you know. And anyway, I told my dad, and the next day at school, I was sitting in the classroom, and my dad just happened to walk in. And Mr. Mulvey said, "Well, can I help you, sir?"
I remember this story.
And my dad said, "Yeah, I'd like to see that board that you used on my son's ass." My dad didn't hold his tongue. And Dad seen it over by the desk. He walked over there and got it. Then he walked over to Mr. Mulvey and grabbed him by the back of the neck. And he walked him out into the hallway where us kids could not see. But I heard a great big crack. And then he kind of tossed Mr. Mulvey back in the room. He's standing up. He didn't knock him out or anything. I think he used it on his ass, but it ended up breaking the board in half.
It hit him pretty hard.
Yeah. I believe Dad got arrested and had to go to court for that one. But from that day forward, Mr. Mulvey never whacked nobody.
Probably not.
Yeah.
You try doing that now, and
Oh, yeah.
you're not going to see that teacher for a long time.
Yeah. Another teacher I remember well who taught me a lot. There's two of them. It was in high school. Mr. Vitello and Mr. Wait a minute, let me get this right. Mickley.
So,
Mr. Vitello and Mr. Mickley.
would these teachers happen to be ones that would be pretty impactful?
Oh,
on your
yeah.
life?
Yeah, very impactful because they were my shop teachers.
Is
That's
that
how I learned skills.
Carpentry and stuff like that.
Yeah, and engine work. Yeah. Yeah. They were good people. I believe they're gone now. I believe they passed away. I know that they were going to shut down the small engine repair shop because they did not have the funds to buy a bunch of engines. And I told my dad about it, and back behind the barn we had hundreds of lawnmower motors. And so Dad loaded up his truck.
Why'd you have a lot of mowers?
Because Dad was a motorhead. He always would turn these riding mowers into little hot rods and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so we loaded them up and we took them right to the school. Met Mr. Mickley at the big garage door. He opened up. He couldn't believe his eyes. And that actually saved the small engine class. And it was able to go on for several years.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So would you say that teacher was the one that had the most impact on you, or?
The most impact teacher. One that had the most impact on me.
It's a good question.
It is a very good question.
I'm myself, I think I got 3 that I get stuck between which one did the most.
Gosh, let me think. I would have to say it was my gym or my swim coach.
Swim coach?
Yeah, Mr. Pauly. Because he taught us camaraderie. He taught us teamwork.
A very good skill to have.
Yeah. And he wasn't, he didn't mollycoddle you. If you screwed up, he let you know it.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So, I would have to say it was Mr. Pauly. He was also the gym teacher, too.
And this,
So-
what school would this have been in?
That would have been Lockport High School.
What year?
That would have been, well, I went there from, let's see, 84 to 86. Right, no. What? I got that wrong. Been 82. Been 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. So,
Yeah.
that meant, let's see, 86, 85, 84. It would have been 80 from 1983 to 1986.
1983 to
Yeah.
1986.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's the 27th of June. I'm up here getting ready to go through this procedure where they're going to replace my temporary stent in my stomach and put a permanent stent, and then close up the opening in the bottom of my pouch. Procedure takes about an hour, and I will keep you updated after that.
Well, how long ago was that?
Oh my goodness. Well, my this is 2024, so that's 38 years since I graduated, so that'd be around 41 years when I first started going to the high school. Back
Wow.
then we called it Lockport Senior High School, but they changed it to Lockport High School so everybody felt equal, I guess.
Probably. Now, Were you in any sports or recreational activities in school? You mentioned swim.
Yeah.
Swim coach.
I practiced a lot with tennis with them. I was never on
Tennis.
the team. I was never on the team, but I would practice with my one of my best friends who was on the team. So I practiced with him. I played baseball, ice hockey.
I feel like that was a big thing in New York was hockey.
Oh yeah, yeah, hockey's the deal. Eh?
Hey.
Football. I didn't wrestle. I liked watching it, and I swam. Swimming was my to-go one. That was my favorite.
I would say I think probably have a lot more swimming stories than anything else.
Yeah, not really stories. Well, yeah, I guess,
Did you ever win anything swimming?
Oh yeah, I came in first quite a bit.
You got any
Our
awards?
team won the state championship 4 years in a row, and I was in there for most of those, because even when I was in junior high school, I swam on the what they call back then they called it the junior varsity. They called it junior varsity. So I would swim in that class when I was in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. When I got to the high school and I was good enough, then I could move up to varsity, is how they called it. And then I swam varsity.
So did you win any awards with it?
Yes. Gosh, I couldn't tell you how many times I won. I did have the school record for the 50-yard freestyle.
Oh, wow.
For not very long, about a year, and then somebody else got it.
Yeah, but you still got it.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to change up the subject just a little bit, but also in the same line of being in school. Who was your first crush in school?
Oh my goodness, her name was Shannon Chapone.
Shannon Chapone.
Yeah.
Sounds Italian.
Yeah, she was Italian, all right. Yeah, she was my first crush, but you know what? She never knew it.
I should know it now.
I was too skittish. And I was about 11, maybe 11 years old.
Oh, very young.
Yeah. Well, if you want to get into the real personal, I can tell you about my first time and how old I was. But I won't tell you who it was.
Okay, well, that would make it better.
All right. But I was 12 years old, and it was the babysitter.
That sounds like a...
Yeah.
That's a scene right there.
That's when I lost my virginity. Yeah. Then after that,
know who you are if you see it.
Yeah. And after that, I was a horn dog. I mean,
That's what did it for you.
Yeah.
Babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess it goes inside with first school girlfriend. First girlfriend.
My very first school girlfriend. You know what? I never actually had a steady girlfriend. I was like a butterfly. I'd go on dates. I'd take a girl out.
Never found the right
weekend,
one.
Right, and I never really went steady with anybody. Wasn't until after I got out of school.
Well, unfortunately, you passed that on to me for a while.
Yeah.
Now, so did you go to prom or homecoming? If I'm going to take a wild guess, you probably went to every one of them.
Yep, just about every one of them I went to. Yep, even if it was the junior one.
I tried to as well. Who was your date?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess if it goes alongside with the butterfly, you probably had a couple.
No, actually, It was me and a bunch of my buddies would just go in there and we would end up dancing with girls.
Who were your buddies?
Oh, well, that would have been, I don't remember if Brock was with us on one or if Pat Barrett was with us on one. I know there was Pete Dury, there was, oh my gosh, it's been so many years. They were buddies, but they, we just kind of drifted apart after high school. Of course, Matt and Mike Kiff.
Just pretty much went with a bunch of friends and
Yeah,
partied.
yeah, pretty much. There was Mark Chuddick. Now, Mark Chuddick and me knew each other ever since I was 6 years old. He was 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of like me and Robert.
Yeah,
feel like.
very, very long time. And man, we did some things. It was really something. Even during school, I had a van, and we'd take that van to the drive-in, and I'm telling you what, we partied our asses off.
Yeah, you got a van. You got all the space to do it.
Yeah, and we had girls with us. And, I mean, I got so drunk one night at the drive-in, I climbed up on top of the van, and I leaped off of it. What a dumbass. I snapped my ankle.
Is that one of your first broken bones?
Yeah. Yeah. When I snapped that ankle.
Must have been drinking a lot.
Oh, we had a bottle of Canadian whiskey and a bottle of Jim Beam, and I got my Uncle Wayne to buy us 2 cases of Old Vienna.
Oh, that's a good influence.
Yeah. Oh, we would get pot and stuff off of him, Uncle Wayne too. How you doing, Uncle Wayne?
Yeah, he's sitting there watching it like, you ratted me out.
It's July 5th, and I'm getting ready to go in and have another round of that chemo done. That's if they even do it. If you take a look here and see, you'll see how swelled my feet are. They call that chemo foot, and last night it was a whole lot worse than that. So we'll just play it by ear, see what the doctor says today, and I'll put in another update here in about 4 or 5 hours when we're all done.
All right. Now, we kind of already covered some of the names, but who are your best friends in school, and what all did you guys do? Which you kind of already answered some of that, but is there any other stories you want to?
I would say growing up in the most meaningful part of my life, which was my teens, of course.
Yeah.
I would say Brock Forsyth, Mark Chuddick, Steve Baker, Mike McArthur, Mike Kubiak.
Got a lot of Italian names in there.
Yeah, there was a couple of girls too that were really good and close, and that was Jane and let me think their names again now. There was Jane and, oh my gosh, I feel bad that I'm not remembering their names.
Oh, that's all right. They know who you're talking about, probably.
Yeah, they were identical twins. And their mother, oh my gosh, she would make us eat. Every time we come in there, we had to eat and eat and eat. Pratt. The last name was Pratt.
Speaking of, sounds good? Chili.
Chili does sound good.
Chili sounds really good.
Your mother might have some
Pratt. No, there was none.
Mm.
I ate the last bit of it.
Yeah, Pratt. I don't know why. I don't think Pratt's an Italian name, but believe me, they were Italian.
All right.
But yeah, those are some of my closest friends.
Now, what was your favorite school lunch, and did you eat at school a lot, or did you pack your lunch? Have your mom make it?
In school, see, because I grew up low income.
They used to do things different, I know.
Yeah, they used to give us tickets, and they were 5 tickets, and you had one for each day of the week, and that's the ticket you'd give the cashier to get your lunch. Well, I found my stepdad's Playboy collection, so I would trade those off for the tickets, because on Fridays was pizza night, or pizza day. And
pizza sounds
that
good.
pizza was freaking phenomenal. I mean, almost as good as Pizza Oven Pizza. Okay?
Which is in Lockport, New York, right?
Yeah, which is in Lockport, New York. And I'm telling you what, I would take all them tickets. I would sell those tickets for cash to people. 1, 2, 3 at a time for cash. So they would go through the lunch line a couple of times.
Get more food.
Yeah, and I do the same thing to get that pizza. I mean, it was the best.
Yeah.
And that's how I did that.
I really like they had we always called them Bosco sticks, but it was like a breaded stick, but it was pizza inside of it.
Oh, okay.
And it came in 2 packs.
Well, these pizzas came in these tins this big.
Yeah, we weren't lucky enough to actually get full meals.
But I mean, they were huge, and they were like a deep dish, and phenomenal.
That I really liked they had little brownie things, and then there's chicken nuggets. The chicken nuggets or chicken fingers they made were really good.
We didn't have chicken fingers. They do like meatloaf things like that, and I mean, we had a menu, so we knew what they were having. If it was something I didn't like, I'd pack a lunch.
Yeah.
But oh, here, thank you.
It's not a good time to talk about food. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So let's move on, man.
No, you can keep talking about it, but
No, that's about it.
yeah, school lunches were always good.
Yeah, I love pizza day. It was great.
Mm-hmm. I think I remember pizza was either really soft, gooey and good, or it was just too hard.
Right.
But so what was your favorite school lunch then?
That would have been
The pizza?
Oh yeah, definitely the pizza.
Okay. I wanted to start the tradition of documenting life in our family, and then maybe it'll start a tradition where, when it's my time, my story will be told, then my children, so on, so that my great-grandchildren or my great-great will know who he was. Now, I don't think you did, but it was New York, so I don't remember too much, but was there any school uniforms that you had to wear?
Oh hell no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No. The only school there that had uniform was DeSales High School, and that's where my friend, both friends, they're twins, but they're not the identical twins. That's where Matt and Mike Kiff went. Now Matt passed away a few years ago from cancer.
Yeah.
Which, that's what I'm fighting now, is cancer.
Hi, Ski. I think he wanted to join us.
Oh yeah, that's my buddy.
So, now, go on. Okay. What all schools did you go to? And did you move around a lot? Because I know
We moved around a lot.
we moved around a lot too.
Yeah, we had a good reason for it.
Yeah.
But with my mother, she was raising me. Her and my dad were divorced. She didn't get much for child support.
Yeah.
So she had to move a lot to, places that might have had lower rent and stuff. I'm not sure about the finances. Maybe she might have been evicted a couple of times. I do not know. That's something that you can go over with her.
Yeah.
But as far as school districts, I believe I went to every school in Lockport except Roy B. Kelly.
I think I went to Orby Kelly, didn't I?
Right.
I think that's where I started.
I also think I did not go to DeWitt Clinton either. I didn't go to DeWitt Clinton, and I did not go to Roy B. Kelly.
Okay.
But I went to all the other elementary schools. I went to both of the junior high schools, Emmett Belknap and North Park. And then I went to the high school. Now there was a little break in between the high school. It was like 11th through 12th. It was like the second half of 11th. My mom wanted to move to Ohio. So we moved down to Ohio, and I finished 11th grade at Unota High School. Yeah, and I lived in Pleasant Valley. And then at the beginning of my senior year, I was only there about a month, and we moved back to New York because I wanted to graduate from Lockport.
Well, that's kind of similar because we were in New York and then back here and back to New York and then finished here.
So I finished up my senior year. In between, still doing sports though. I mean, I could get right into it.
Yeah. What was your favorite school? The
The favorite would have been Lockport Senior High School.
I liked how Lockport was set up. Now, did you have a favorite pair of shoes or clothing that you wore regularly?
I had a nice pair of Pumas that I saved for because my mom could not. Back then, Pumas were very expensive. They were like what today's, high-ranking Nikes are.
Yeah.
You know? And Mom couldn't afford them, so I worked. And I would either help my grandfather on his junkyard. I had paper routes, and I saved my money. And I bought me a pair of nice Puma shoes. And I wore those a lot.
So, speaking on that topic of jobs, how many jobs have you had when you were younger?
When I was younger?
Yeah.
Well, starting at the age of 12, I held 3 paper routes. They were the Lockport Union Sun Journal, the Buffalo News, and the Courier Express. And I did all 3 of those paper routes. I mean, my bike and my shoulders were full of papers. And then later on, when I was about 15, I got a job at Hall's Apple Farm. And I started out in the field, but Mr. Hall was funny about me working with migrants because, well, let's just say it back then, if you weren't white or you know what I mean, it was kind of a racist thing.
A lot of racial issues going on.
So he took me off the field and brought me to the warehouse where we would do apple cider. We would actually make the apple cider, and once I learned how to do it, he put me in charge of it. I was 15 years old, and I was bottling the apple cider. I was going out in the field with the tractor, getting the bins, put them through the chopper, filling the
I'm doing a lot of adult work.
Oh yeah, I was, and bottling up the cider at 15 years old.
But I imagine working young like that probably taught you a lot.
Oh yeah, especially with my grandfather on the weekends and stuff. Now that started when I was 10. And they would put blocks on the bottom of my feet so I could reach the pedals of the tractor. And he had a junkyard. And I learned about parts growing up that way because my dad also helped Grandpa in the junkyard.
Yeah.
So as I got older, as a teenager and stuff, I would pull parts for him.
So is this also where you learned to drive? Would be?
Oh yeah, I learned to drive when I was 10 years old.
In the junkyard?
In the junkyard, yeah.
Okay. I bet that was probably fun.
It was, yeah. For a kid,
And driving a car.
But they also taught me be responsible.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah, very dangerous. They taught me how to use the torch so I could cut the metal and stuff. So. All right, I am here at the chemo place and just waiting on them to draw some blood and see what the mixture's gonna be. As soon as they draw the blood, I go see the doctor, show him my swollen feet, see what he says about that. And then back here for 2 bags. So I'll update as we go. Well, it's July 10th, and tomorrow I'm going back up to see about getting the chemo treatment done. Like I said last week, I don't know if I'd let you guys know this or not. I probably didn't. They had to postpone it because my feet were swelled too much and my blood pressure was too low. And my white blood count was way too high. So, with that said, I'm going up there tomorrow, and if you take a look at my feet right here, I've got them wrapped, but you can see how swelled they are. In fact, they got to the point where they were actually leaking out the bottom. Well, we're gonna see if this wrap helps tonight. And my blood pressure's good. My blood pressure's up there. They'll do your normal blood test and all that to check the other stuff, and hopefully they'll do the round of chemo because I hate going this long without it, and basically need it to help me. So I'll let you know tomorrow with another update how things went. And thank you, and please keep posting and asking any questions. Back then there wasn't a whole lot of child labor laws either. So.
Yeah, they've changed that a lot.
Oh yeah.
You're under 16,
right?
And you've got a lot of problems.
My senior year of high school, I worked at Tops grocery store up in Lockport, and I saved my money. And because my van was shot, it was just no good anymore.
Yeah, I don't even think we have a Tops around here.
No, that's all up that way.
I haven't seen Tops in a long time.
Yeah, that's east. But anyway, every paycheck, I would have my grandpa meet me at the store, and I would sign my check, and he would give me half of that in cash, and he would put and deposit the check into an account.
Yeah.
And it helped me save. So I bought, when I had enough, he went with me, and we bought a 1978 Mustang II. It was an orange car at the time. It was like a Harley edition.
Yeah.
And
now that is the exact same Mustang that we have today.
that is the exact same Mustang.
Just a different color.
That I got today. I still have it, but it was sold. It was sold twice and came back to me, and I restored it each time. And I ended up, this last time, I put a 302 Boss down in it.
Yeah.
With a 4-speed, and I mean, it's won several trophies.
Yeah, I was about to say, definitely different.
Yeah.
Many awards from different car shows and events. Now, onto the sports. Did you like watching football games in school?
Oh yeah, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan all the way.
But in school, did you go to football games too?
Oh yes.
And
yes.
have you?
Mostly to hang out and check out girls, but yeah.
And did you ever go to a Buffalo Bills game?
I did. I did go to one Buffalo Bills game. I wish I could have gone to several others. Tickets were expensive. Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot of money back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went to one game. They won. I think they were actually playing Miami.
Oh. Okay. Now, we already kind of asked that one. Which sports have you played, and which ones have you played the most?
Yeah.
Which would have been swimming, right?
Yeah, we've been swimming. Yeah, football comes in a close second.
Did you like playing football?
I did. I enjoyed it.
I found it really hard to get into.
I was kind of small my senior year. But boy, I could knock people down though.
Yeah. I bet that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, what did you and your friends do for fun? Did you like classic milkshakes or movies or ride around?
Yeah, I mean, there's a place there in Lockport called Reed's Drive-Through.
And they have amazing food.
And, oh my, yeah, you know that. And we used to hang out there, get milkshakes, we would get like red hots or white hots with sauce, fries with sauce, double cheeseburgers.
And it's crazy that they're still even open.
They're still running
but
today.
I mean, food's amazing.
Yeah, and we also hung out at a place called Pontillo's Pizza, which their name now is called Lock City Pizza. Something about a divorce and everything. But yeah, Pontillo's was the place to go, especially when we were stoned.
Their pizza's good.
Yeah, yeah.
Between them and Pizza Oven.
And Pizza Oven was our to-go place when we were sitting at the house partying or just hanging out, just all of us together hanging out. We would order a party tray from Pizza Oven and just hang out there and just, grapple around like that,
Fresh pizza sounds good too.
I know.
I'm hungry.
I could dig
I'm
into
hungry.
a fresh, hot Pizza Oven pizza right now. Once I get my teeth back, you better believe if I can get back up to New York, I'm gonna get me a Lock City pizza too.
I really like their pepperonis too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm back at home, but I didn't update yesterday or the day before. I had that chemo done on Thursday, and the next day I felt terrible. Biggest mistake I made is I did not chew on any ice or anything during the chemo, and it ended up burning the inside of my mouth and my lips. How, I don't know, through the bloodstream, whatever. But yesterday I felt a little better. Solid foods, absolutely not right now. Today's the third day I feel better than I did previously. Still not a solid food day yet. I was very nauseous there for a while, and very weak and lightheaded. But as the days go on, I figure within the next 2 days, I'll be fine and full of piss and vinegar again. So that's about it for now. My next chemo is the 25th of July, and we'll get an update out for that. If you got any questions about what I'm going through that you need to know, just send a message, and we will return that message. Thank you, and have a great day.
We already covered how old were you in the drive, and that would have been
10. I was
about
10
10.
years old.
What vehicle was it that you started in?
Oh, it was a field car, and it was a Nova. It was a Chevy Nova. It was a 1972.
1972 Nova.
Chevy Nova. Yeah, that's how. And it was an automatic.
Those are the box body ones, right? Well, they were a little rounded, but
Yeah, they were a little rounded, but the nose was kind of square.
they're very pretty.
Yeah, I'd like to have one now put together.
Now, was it a standard or an automatic?
It was an automatic.
Now, what was your first ever vehicle that you owned?
The first vehicle I ever owned was a 1970 Mustang.
1970 Mustang.
Yeah.
All about Ford.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what was your favorite vehicle that you've had?
The 1978 Mustang II.
Mustang 2.
The one that we still got.
This is probably a dumb question, but I don't know. Do you prefer standard or automatic with your vehicles?
I prefer stick.
Stick shift?
Yeah, but I
Standard.
have mostly automatic. The only one that's stick is the Mustang.
Yeah. What year did you graduate from high school? That would have been
1986.
Class of 86.
Yeah, class of 86.
What were you doing in the summer of 69?
In the summer of 69, I was probably a year and a half old, so I was probably getting potty trained at that time.
Probably. How many people was in your graduating class, and where did you graduate from? Which we established Lockport High School.
Right. Graduating class, oh my gosh. I can only say it was probably over 150 and less than 200.
Wow.
I don't really know.
I don't even think I had 100. It was very small.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next page. Was there anything noteworthy about your graduation?
Anything noteworthy? No.
No?
No, I didn't even take it with, I just was in my own world there. I was more interested in the party that was coming up the next
Party
day.
afterwards?
And I was making a big move to Ohio.
Okay.
Because I had a girlfriend down here in Ohio.
Did you make any, when you graduated, any valedictorian or salutatorian? Nothing
no,
like that?
I just was kind of like a B student.
B
just kind of go through. Yeah.
Was there any accomplishments that you made in high school? I mean, there's the awards from swim team.
Yeah,
and-
that's. I mean, to me, it's an accomplishment that in my social studies class, I got the highest grade on the final exam. I didn't miss a single question, and I even got the last trick question, bonus question right.
Wow. Were the questions real hard, or
Oh yeah, it's about history and everything. I mean,
like American history, world history?
It was world history.
World history.
Yeah.
I'm curious how different that test would be now.
I'd say that they changed a lot of things to woke, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So, was there anyone that didn't make it to your graduation?
As far as what, family?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
probably more or less family.
I think the only one that came to my graduation, because, well, actually, I don't know the reason why, because they were all at my party.
Yeah.
But the only one that actually came to my graduation was your grandmother. Your grandpa was in prison at the time, so he couldn't.
What'd he go to prison for?
Well,
Now we're talking about
I could-
Riley, your dad.
yeah, I'll tell you that later on.
Okay.
But anyway, who came to my graduation would have been your grandmother, my mom, her dearest friend, and, well, they were never married, but it could have been sister-in-law to her.
Okay.
But that would have been Teresa Stamp. I believe Brenda and Ronnie, that'd be Uncle Ronnie Green, and at the time his girlfriend Brenda Stamp, who was Teresa's sister.
Okay.
I believe they were the only ones there.
So not a very big
No, the big turnout was the next day at
the party.
because Uncle Ronnie put on a great big pig roast.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, we went through 4 kegs of beer. Your grandmother made a cake that was as big as a table.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's safe to do it now or say it now, but Uncle Ronnie and me, we were both horn dogs. And we was taking girls upstairs at his house, which was wrong on his part because he was not single.
Oh.
I was single. I had a girlfriend in Ohio, but we were never actually together. It's just more like a long distance relationship thing. So, but anyway, that night of that party, we was taking girls upstairs about every 30 to 40 minutes, having fun and coming out and finding another one. And they were there, I'm telling you, there was a lot of sluts that showed up there at that party. There was a lot of good girls though too.
How many people were at this party?
Oh my gosh, there was more people at the party than people that graduated high school that year.
A lot of people.
There was a
I
lot.
say it sound like it.
Yeah, my whole family just about was there. My cousin Louie, oh my gosh, he got so drunk that this guy picked a fight with him. He hit this guy so hard that guy flew about 15 feet into the bonfire. They had to jump in there and get him out of the bonfire so he wouldn't burn to death.
Whatever happened to that guy?
He still hung out there, got drunk.
That's funny. Now, what was your first job, and was it during high school? Now, you kind of mentioned a little bit earlier, so I assume it was probably way before high school, your first job.
My first jobs, I was paying taxes when I was 12 years old.
Yeah. What was it?
Paper route.
Oh, it was a paper route?
paper route. I made so much money on them 3 routes, I had to pay taxes.
Now, was that with the Union Sun and Journal?
That was with the Union Sun and Journal, the Buffalo News, and the Courier Express.
Because I roughly remember, I think my first job was Union Sun and Journal, too. Which
Yeah.
is funny they stay open that long.
Yeah, they're pretty well all digital now.
Yeah. So,
which took away a lot from young people because a paper route really taught a young person the value of a job. And losing these routes like this to the digital world,
Yeah, most
it just
everything's
was-
digital anymore.
Yeah, it's just no good.
Everybody, it's July the 23rd, and I am almost 2 weeks since the last chemo treatment, which I feel great now. I mean, I can eat real good, and I got energy, and I feel real good. But in 2 days, I got to have another one done. So I will update you after that as it goes. So far, it's been about the same way. About the same day as chemo, I get home, I'm real tired, I'll take a nap. And that's the best thing. If you're tired, take a nap. Even if it's an hour or two, and it helps so much. Now, if you get sick, if you're feeling real sick and nauseous, there is a pill that you can get from the doctor that you put under your tongue, and it really helps. Now, I take 2 of them, wait 30 minutes, and then I can eat. Now, when you're feeling this way under the chemo, the best thing that I have found to eat is the cream chicken, like cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup, chicken noodle soup, anything like that works. And if you can't do the noodles, then just drink the broth. At least it's getting something into you. Now, for me, it takes about 5 days afterwards. Then I start getting back feeling in myself good. Now, like I said, I'll update you again after the chemo, about a day or two after. So just, if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And if you can, please share the GoFundMe thing. Things are getting really tight now. We're doing the best we can, but we really need the help. So thank you very much, and I'll be seeing you again.
Have you had any pain?
Oh, my pain, by the way, my pancreas pain, since I've started chemo, has disappeared. So I guess that's a good sign. We'll find out after they do the scans.
How's
So-
your arms been healing up?
Now, my arms get very bruised easy, and they cut real easy. And, but they seem to be healing fast. So that's something to look out for. When you be very careful, you don't bump yourself like I do about every day. You just don't realize what everyday stuff that you do, where you're hitting your arms and stuff, until you get like this. And then you're like, man, I need a plastic bubble around me. But anyway, on a good note, God bless you all, and I will be talking to you soon. Goodbye.
Now, how much did you get paid from that? And do you think that you got paid enough at the time?
At that time that I can remember, I was bringing in, counting tips and all, an average of about $150 a week. Now, we're talking the early 80s.
$150 a week.
So you figure this is 2024. That would be the equivalent of about $350 to $400 today a week.
That's
At
still
the
not-
age of 12 years old.
Well, that's still not much at all, even in today's standard.
But it was
But-
sure enough to help my family out.
Yeah. That's crazy. You couldn't even live off of $150 a week.
Not now.
Yeah,
no.
like now, yeah, definitely not. Do you think that was a reasonable pay for then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I was able to even buy these little models that I would put together. Each week I'd buy one model. I'd put it together and then I'd hang it up on the wall.
Like a model car,
Model
plane?
cars. They're
Model
hot
cars.
rods. I was a motorhead.
Now, were those metal?
For
plastic?
No, they were plastic.
Plastic ones?
Yeah.
I know for a while they made it metal and then eventually
Yeah.
plastic. So, how much trouble, if any, did you get into while you were in high school?
Oh, that I got caught for.
Yeah.
Well, junior high, I got caught because I was just being dumb. I played hooky, and I was at Days Market, which is a little corner store. And I was sitting on the paper box, just drinking a pop when the vice principal walked up and caught me, told me to get in the car. High school, major trouble. No, I had sort of a...
You're pretty good about hiding it.
Yeah, it was mostly my junior high school that I got in major trouble too. First day of 9th grade, I got suspended for 3 weeks because I was on the top of the bleachers and I shoved the kid off of it and it broke his leg in 3 places.
Oof.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad about that.
Is there anything you want to say to him if he's...
I found out that later in life he was a pedophile and he's in prison, so I hope you limp really good.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a twist right there.
Yeah. But after I got into high school, I got more into learning. I wanted to learn. I wanted an education. I didn't want to be poor.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to make something of myself. And
I think you passed that on to me. I definitely want to do the same.
I believe I accomplished it. I mean, we are a middle-class family. We're not a poor family.
Got a house, property?
Yeah.
Cars?
Yeah.
Now, is there that thing with you and Brock? You want to mention that with the locker?
Trying to...
The firecrackers?
Oh, that wasn't with Brock, I don't think.
Oh, that wasn't Brock.
Yeah. Did you have a conversation with Brock about that? Was that
No,
with him?
that you've told me about it, but
Yeah,
I don't think you said
that wasn't with Brock, and I can't say nothing about that because that was a felony.
Okay.
Okay, so
Which that's fine. That can stay private.
yeah, let's just say lockers were involved, and the equivalent of 2 sticks of dynamite was involved.
That's
well,
fine.
I gotta say that incident with the lockers, nobody was injured.
Which that's all that matters.
Except for me and 2 other guys' eardrums.
That's all that matters is that nobody got hurt.
Right. But there was probably about $250,000 worth of damage
Wow.
that was done.
You were in the military.
Yes.
When did you... Well, why? Why and when did you decide to join the military, which, if it isn't obvious already, U.S. Air Force?
I would say that Mark Chuddick had a big influence on that. Me and him spoke about it a lot. We wanted to go in on the buddy system, but the problem was he was 2 years my junior. So for me to wait 2 years might not have worked out so good.
Okay.
So we had agreed on the Air Force.
Yeah.
He ended up going in the Army.
Oh.
So, but I went in the Air Force. After I graduated high school, I came down here to Ohio.
Yeah.
For a little bit. And I ended up getting hurt in an accident like 6 months later. And so now this is in 1986.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're looking at a timeline. It's about, it's right around December. I was broke. I had nowhere to go. And so I called my dad. Right away, he had a bus ticket ready for me. And I came back to Lockport, New York. He got me home. And Dad had just got out of prison. Wow. I mean, like a month before that. So he let me stay there with him and his wife and my little brother, Riley. And just down the street was the recruitment office. And I knew that I was going to join, but I didn't want to wait for Mark to graduate.
Yeah.
So I went in, seen the recruiter. I got signed up, and on April 1st, 1987, I was in Lackland Air Force Base in Texas at boot camp.
Okay.
And they were all filled up. The Air Force squadrons were all filled up. We were given the squadron number at 3711, BMTS. But our trainers were Marine Corps drill sergeants. Because, like I said, they were all filled up. All the Air Force drill sergeants were filled up.
Yeah.
And so we had to train with Marines. And there was a Marine camp right near Lackland. I mean, it was pretty much part of Lackland,
Yeah.
too.
Would you say that being trained from Marines would have been
Oh, best thing I ever did.
much better than
Yeah,
Air Force?
because, it was hardcore training. And I went in weighing 125 pounds.
Wow.
I come out weighing 170 solid muscle out of boot camp.
Hey, they got it into you.
Oh yeah, and that's when I decided. See, my first primary MOS job was vehicle maintenance because I'm a motorhead,
Yeah.
and my secondary was pararescue, and that's where that Marine training came in handy. Was pararescue.
Pararescue.
Yes, and it's also one of my regrets is being pararescue.
Probably seen everything in the book.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about any of that?
Should. Yeah, we went just about whenever something was going on in the world. You know, people say, oh, weren't at war. No.
We've been at war for a while.
We've been in skirmishes every day. Every day there's a skirmish going on. Don't let the government fool you. And I had to do things, see things that will never go away. I seen a buddy get blown to nothing but his boots from a mortar. And I was working on a guy's leg. He got shot, main artery in his leg, and I tried to get to it. I tried to stop it. I couldn't. And we lost him. Saved a few, you know, it's great. But I don't like talking about it, but people need to know, you know, what I went through. And, you know, you would think after so many years that would go away, but it don't. I remember it like yesterday.
It's a scar is what it is.
Yeah.
You got a lot of
While I was in
experiences
the
like that.
military, I was exposed to a lot of chemicals, a lot of radiation, and that's what put me in my condition today.
Which,
And-
a reminder at this point, is pancreatic cancer
Pancreatic cancer, yes.
and rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah, it's called vasculitis, immune disease.
Right.
I mean, they saved money on, when I was working vehicle maintenance, to save money on shipping all the old tires and all the cleaning chemicals. We just threw them in a big pit that we were told to, and threw them in there and lit them on fire and burned them, you know?
Yeah. It's not healthy to be around.
No, not to mention the South Pacific with all the nuclear tests that they did back in the day, you know, all that stuff was still around there.
Agent Orange.
Yes, they actually still had remnants of Agent Orange in the building next to where I was. And if you look on a GPS satellite on Anderson Air Force Base, them buildings that I was in,
Probably not even.
they're gone. They're completely disappeared. You can see the outline of them.
Well, if
So
knowing
a
anything,
big old cleanup thing went on.
knowing anything about our government,
Yeah. But
almost every American knows at that point
yeah.
what I'm going to say there. But
Hey everybody, it's July the 27th, and I went for my chemo last Thursday.
but I had a cold and my blood pressure was low. I had a lot of swelling, and the doctor took a look at my blood work and said my immune system was still good, and he said he didn't see no reason why we couldn't postpone the chemo for 1 week. He also was very happy because my cancer marker test came back very good. When I was first diagnosed, I was at a 1400, and just in actually that would have been the last time I had chemo. It was 1400, which was 2 weeks ago. And this past Thursday, when they checked it, it was down to 600. So that's absolutely amazing. I'm not sure exactly what it means, but my guess is maybe it's slowing it down. At least, God willing, that's what's happening. So I'm going in this coming Thursday and getting the chemo done, because I'm getting over this cold. I'm feeling better now. So I will update you after that date. My pain is controllable, it's tolerable. That cold kind of got in my bones though, and making them hurt a bit. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm feeling pretty chipper. My mind is strong. That's important to everybody that's going through this. Try not to get yourself depressed, because that will only make you sicker. All right, misery loves company. All right, and your body feels the same way about it. So do some happy things. Hang out with your family. Have a cookout. Doesn't matter if it's a special occasion or not. And feel good about yourself, you know? And being happy is a big healing power, I'll tell you that. So I will update you again the next time. Take it easy, and please subscribe, and please share our GoFundMe page. It would help out a great deal. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
So how long were you in the Air Force?
I spent 2 years in the Air Force, and then I was out for a little bit and got recalled during Desert Storm. But then I was only in for, it was like right at 7 months. It wasn't very long, because the Desert Storm didn't last very long either. So
Did you do a lot in Desert Storm?
a lot of like search and rescue with the pararescue, and a lot of vehicle maintenance, because that sand, I'll tell you what, you had to keep them things clean. So
Oh yeah, they
a lot
probably
of
go right up in
cleaning
the car.
sand and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was next to this one chow tent that Pennsylvania platoon was in eating, and it got hit with a couple RPGs, and
Oof.
so I went to helping whoever I could help, and that was actually in Kuwait, where that got hit by one of the Iraqi RPGs, and they're, you know, mortar rockets and stuff like that. But
Do you regret going into the military at all?
I don't regret serving my country. I regret seeing and doing some of the things that I had to do.
But you had to.
I had to, yeah. And because I did it, you don't have to. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, how the world's going,
Yeah.
we're on a pretty rough path, but
I would have probably been in there longer if it wasn't for my first wife.
yeah.
Yeah. I got married to her in 1988, in March of '88. And the reason I married her is I thought I was in love with her. She was pregnant at the time. I gave that child a name.
Yeah.
But deep down, and this is with all honesty, I was not a good husband. I was not a good father. I still like to, I didn't cheat. I never cheated. And, but I we just didn't compatible. We weren't compatible. We didn't get along. We thought we did. We thought we loved each other, but we didn't.
Yeah.
She was constantly depressed and hooked on this other guy.
Two different personalities.
Yeah, and I feel really, really bad for her. Even today, she's very depressed and stuff. She lost her husband and her mother recently.
Oh, that's sad.
I mean, we don't speak anymore.
Right.
And Christopher, he changed his name to his stepdad's name, Bennett, which he passed away from lung cancer. But she's the reason that I ended up not retiring from the Air Force. She left me when I was stationed at Barksdale Air Force Base. She left.
And Air Force is what you knew.
Yeah, and so I didn't know what to do. I was young, I was only like 21 years old.
So might as well just stay in and
Yeah,
keep
well,
working.
if I would have thought that, that's what I would have done. But I didn't. I got out. I hitched up and I got out, and I shouldn't have. I should have stayed in. So that's a big regret right there for me.
You think you should have stayed in the Air Force?
I do. But then again, hindsight's 20/20. I probably wouldn't have met your mother.
Which, yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Right.
That's a really big
So,
thing.
I mean, from 1990 to 1999, I was single, had a great job, busting butt, doing this, doing that, and finally got into the truck driving and everything, and I ended up back in Ohio. And
Kind of funny, back and forth between New York and Ohio.
yeah,
It just seems to be
I
the
was
thing.
always like that. And I went to the Easy Rider Rodeo in 1999, and that's when I met your mother. And it's real funny because your mother's mom, which is your grandmother,
Right.
at the time was married to my cousin, Clayton.
Okay.
And
Well, that's kind of funny how that plays out then.
yeah, your mother's, I guess she got one look at me and she was in love, and she called me one day, and
And you had years of torment.
I've been together with her for almost, September, Labor Day will be 25 years we've actually been together, and which a couple weeks after that is when you were conceived. And then in February of 2000, we were married.
Wow.
And we only had one major argument since we've been married, and that was before our 7-year itch was up.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, we've always stuck together. There's only been, I could count on this hand how many days that me and her actually have been apart overnight.
Yeah.
And she's my everything.
But today's August 1st. I went to get the chemo done again today, and doctor said no, my blood pressure was too low and my electrolytes were too low. So they did put me on an IV for about an hour that was full of electrolytes. I'm really down and tired today, very, very tired. I don't know if I still got a touch of that cold or not. It's possible. So there's really not much to update. But yeah, other than, dang, I just real tired. That's about it. So like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah.
Especially now. I mean, this woman married me in 2000, had a great job. I was making 80 grand a year. Within that year of marriage, I fell off the back of the semi-truck on the top.
And this would have been around
This was in
2000,
2001.
2001.
And it was just before your sister was born. And I broke my back and my knee. And your mother stepped up. We ended up moving to New York.
Again,
Where family was. At that time, it was my side of the family that helped out a lot. At that time.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of things going on that later on we'll go over. But anyway, went back to New York, where your mother, being pregnant, I tried to work with Uncle Ronnie the best I could in what shape I was in.
Yeah.
To make some money. He drove trucks, so I would, switch off with him.
Yeah.
And drive a little bit to try to make some money. And your mother, she worked a job, and then your sister was born. And
She was born in 2002. 2002.
In 2002, she was born.
I don't know why I had to think about that.
I fought and fought, and in 2004, the beginning of 2004, I got my Social Security disability.
Finally.
Yes. And from there, we moved to Florida. We weren't in Florida 6 months. We got hit with 4 hurricanes. We said, screw that. We went back to New York.
Yeah, which I roughly remember how it was a 2-story apartment.
Yes.
And if you went through the front door, I think the staircase was right there on the left.
Yes.
It went up and to the right.
Exactly.
There's 1 room on the right, and I think there's 2 on the left.
Yes, exactly. I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah, and there's the living room and like an entryway, I think.
Yeah.
And then the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't recall, was the bathroom upstairs or downstairs?
There was 2 bathrooms, one down and one up.
I think there might have been a cubby under the
Yeah,
stairs,
it was under
too.
the staircase.
I really don't remember too much about it, but I
Yeah.
remember a little bit of that.
Yeah. And anyway, we ended up moving back to New York
Yeah.
with everything that we owned in the trunk of a Saturn.
I think it was a gray Saturn.
It was red
It was
Saturn.
a red Saturn? We
Yeah.
had a gray Saturn.
We
at
had a
some
gray
point.
one too at one
But,
time. Oh,
so we just...
so we came back to New York,
yes.
and I met this guy. His name was Patrick, and he is what they called a private lender.
Mm-hmm.
He would lend money to you with a little higher interest rate. You got to keep in mind this is New York.
Yeah.
Okay. He wasn't a loan shark, but
Just a private fella.
yeah. So we seen a nice little house on Locust Street, and it was actually 2 apartments.
Is that the one there's a 3-story?
Yeah, it's a 3-story.
Yeah, it had the attic.
Yeah, there's a big old attic. And we bought that with his help, fixed it all up, and rented out 1 apartment, and we lived in the other. And that's when you would go to John Pound School.
John Pound Elementary.
Yeah, that's when you were going to John Pound. And we lived in that house for maybe 3 or 4 months, and we bought another house. Now this house that we bought was over on Lewis Street, or was it Lewis Street? Where that alley was, right there.
Yeah, right by behind the Yellow Goose.
Yeah, it was right behind the Yellow Goose. I can't remember the name of the street.
Which the Yellow Goose, for everybody, is a gas station. I don't know if it's still there or not, but
But
the Yellow
anyway,
Goose.
We bought this house, and we still own the other one, so we rented that other apartment out. We moved into this house and then remodeled it, got it all done. And that's when you went to Roy B. Kelly, and that's when you met Robert, and that's when we met Rhonda, which is a good, they've been long, good friends.
Very long.
Yes, that's when you met, yeah, you were young when you met Robert. And that's one of the proudest moments of my life, too. Was
In that
when
house.
we lived there. Because you came up to me with your bicycle. And you asked me, you go, Daddy, will you take these wheels off? They were training wheels.
Yeah.
I said, well, yeah, I'll give you a hand. I took them off. I said, let me hold on to you. You said, no, 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 I want to do it.
And then I face planted.
No,
I know.
You took off riding like you was, riding all
I
your
remember
life.
that. I did fall quite a few times, but
Yeah,
I remember
but I'll
that.
tell you what, you talk about proud, I was proud.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And,
We used to also watch lightning storms at the Ronda in the back, where I think we had a big pool at one point. And I think it got busted.
Rhonda's daughter hit it and busted it.
Yeah.
But, at the time we were living there, we bought another house. And this house was over on Gooding Street. Now this one here, we could not move into right away. So we started remodeling it, getting it ready, and it turned out looking so nice, me and your mother decided we would move into that one.
Yeah, which I remember, not that house, but the one right before here, whatever, behind the Yellow Goose.
Right.
Remember we had a computer.
Yes.
I remember we had a box computer.
Yeah, and the lightning storm hit the pole outside.
Yeah.
And lightning, or not lightning, but electricity came through the computer into my fingers. And it heated up my back because at that time I had steel and everything in my back from breaking my back.
Yeah, which, a recap of that, you were driving truck, you fell off the truck.
Right. And your mother
broke
kind
your
of
back.
laughed her ass off because my hair, back then I had more hair.
Yeah.
My hair stood up. That was comical. But anyway, we got Gooding Street fixed up and moved into it. And my Aunt Joyce, which is my dad's sister, lived right next door. So we lived there for a while. Bought another house down in Lower Town on, gosh, I can't remember the name of the street.
Is that the one that was over by, it had the big apartments behind it?
Yeah. Yes.
That's where we had Toby, right?
Yes.
That's where we ended up burying Toby.
Yes, that's Gooding Street. Yeah.
That's Gooding Street.
Right. Now the other house is down Lower Town next to the canal, and had 2 apartments, and we remodeled it and rented them out. Now, time goes on a little bit.
Yeah.
And President Obama is elected
2008.
in 2008. I'm watching things. I'm watching the housing market. I'm seeing how they are giving loans to people that can't afford these loans. And I told Shannon, your wife, my wife, your mom,
My wife.
sorry. But anyway, I told your mom, we need to get out from under these houses because otherwise the interest rate is going to jack sky high. Because we weren't on a fixed interest rate with Packers, we were on a variable.
Yeah.
And when the economy goes bad, the interest goes up.
Yeah.
And so I unloaded these houses, made a profit, and moved down to Freedom, New York. And it's a good thing I did because around 2009, going into 2010, the housing bubble burst.
Mm-hmm.
So,
apart.
yeah. So we didn't lose out there.
Now, towards the end, things started to get pretty rough. And it got to the point that we eventually we were slowed down on the chemo, and well, we eventually got to the point that received the news that it had spread more than it did previously, and that he had 2 months to 2 weeks left to live.
Well, as you all know, I went for my other chemo on the 15th, and they did blood work, and the results from the scan the week before came through, and bad news is doctor's taking me off chemo because he said it's not working, and it's just making me sick. So he said there was nothing more that they can do. He gave me a couple weeks to a couple of months. But I'm not giving up. I am going to try some alternative stuff, and I'll update you as that goes before I let you know what it is. Well, we're being realistic about everything. So we did start a new GoFundMe to help with the funeral costs. If y'all can help, I'd appreciate it. There'll be a link in the post here. But I'll get back with you in a few days and let you know how things are going. But please, nobody give up hope. There's always hope. And only God knows when He's taking us. And if I offended anybody by saying God, it's not my intention, it's my belief. So whatever you believe, you believe. But y'all take care, and I'll get back with you very soon.
Yeah. So, back to the list of questions here. Where did you go to boot camp in the military?
Lackland Air Force Base in Texas, near San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, where the Alamo is.
Do you remember the recruiter?
My recruiter, I remember his face, what it looked like. I do not remember his name.
Okay.
My drill sergeants, I remember Sergeant Camaro, Sergeant Brewster, and there's one other.
They have very military names.
There's one other, Sergeant McPherson, I think it was.
McPherson.
Actually, I should say one was Gunny Sergeant.
Gunny Sergeant.
Marine Corps, yeah.
Did anybody come to your boot camp graduation?
No.
No?
My family didn't have a lot of money.
Okay.
So traveling like that wasn't.
Do you think that your family was proud or upset that you joined the military? I assume that my grandma, your mom, probably was upset about it.
Yeah, your grandma was upset. She didn't like the idea of me being in the military. Your grandpa, I'd say he was proud. Yeah, he was proud.
Yeah, I think for a guy thing, it's
I know
more
that
of a...
my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side were very proud. In fact, I still got a birthday card from my grandmother that's in a photo album, which I'll show later on.
Yeah.
Where she says how proud she is of me, and that was the last thing she wrote me before she passed away.
That would be really nice to have. What is something that you learned from the military that pretty much you took for the rest of your life?
How much I learned from the military?
Yeah, something that you learned that really...
Responsibility.
Responsibility?
Yeah, responsibility.
Okay, I'd say that's probably a big one. Now, where was the first place you were stationed?
I've been in Guam, Anderson Air Force Base.
Guam.
Yeah, it's a little island in the South Pacific.
What kind of island?
Well, it's a coral island. It was not made by a volcano. It was made with coral, just gathering
It's natural reef.
Yeah, so natural reef. It's, if I remember right, it's about 40 some miles long.
Oh, it's not very big at
Half
all.
a mile wide in its narrowest spot, and about 4 to 5 miles wide in its widest spot.
What do you remember the most about Guam?
The islanders, the natives there.
People.
Yeah, the ones that lived in the country part of it, not the city and coastline. That was all commercialized.
Yeah,
you know?
it usually is.
Right. But the inner part of Guam, the people, their way of life, their beliefs. A lot of them Christian. A lot of them, the Spanish is the ones that actually took Guam back in the 1500s or whatever. All right,
Yeah.
so they know a lot of Spanish speaking, you know, and they learned to be Catholic and Christian and everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of them kept old traditions. And I would love going to a luau and seeing all these traditions and these foods and everything. And one time our squad got together and volunteered to help build them a church.
Yeah, which a luau is just a big, pretty
A
much
big
party.
party,
Big
yeah.
party.
Yeah, they put the pigs down in the ground on top of these really hot rocks that they had, you know, burned and
Pretty
got
much
hot.
slow cook them.
Yeah, and all these wet leaves, and laid the pigs down in there and covered them up, buried it, and it cooked there for like a day and a half, and then they would unbury it, and oh my gosh, the meat would just fall off the bone.
Probably very, very flavorful.
It was very good, and their boonie peppers was awesome. If you like hot peppers, we call them boonie peppers. They were real little,
Yeah.
and you made a sauce out of them. And on the goat, when they did the goat on the spindle,
Yeah.
they would brush that on there. And I'm telling you what, good food.
Is there any natives specifically you remember or have any stories of that really stuck with you?
There is a girl that I remember. She was a very tall girl and very skinny. And God, I wish I remembered her name. I remember her face like anything. She was Chamorro, which is what would you call that? You know, you have white people, black people, yellow people. She was Chamorro.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is not Puerto Rican, not Mexican. Like that, okay?
Yeah.
That'd be the way to say it. She was something else. I mean, we were friends. We weren't, you know, sleeping together, nothing. We were just friends, and she was just a great girl. And I lost a lot of different name memories and stuff because of in the 2000s, the VA had me hooked on a lot of drugs, and it really messed with my memory.
Yeah.
I want to say that her first name was Sharari. Sharari.
What was your relationship like with your battle buddies? Do you remember most of them?
Yes, I do. I would say we were very close. We were a combat team on the pararescue side. Those buddies, we were a good combat team. When we were off duty, we would hang together, go, you know, on because we wouldn't be on our major base, Guam. When I was on Guam, I was in maintenance.
Yeah.
Outside of Guam, we were at different locations, and we'd sometimes be able to get a pass, go off base, we'd hang out and stuff like that. My buddies on Guam, the maintenance buddies, man, we got along great. We partied a lot. We partied a lot.
When you weren't working, you were out partying.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And the food, the chow hall on base, you couldn't find better Chinese food in the world. I'm telling you what, everything was good. I don't care if it had
It don't matter.
tentacles, it was good.
Yeah.
All right? Just great food.
So, do you have any tattoos, and when did you get them, and what do the meanings hold?
I do. This one right here was my very first. And everybody in my squadron got that one. And the second one is an eagle right here with a name tag, which has to have 2 more name tags added to it.
Yeah.
And then the third one is a leprechaun on my back that was done with bamboo and a hammer.
Where was that done?
That was done in Guam.
Guam?
Yeah, all 3 of those were done in Guam.
So every tattoo you have was in Guam?
No, there's one on my leg that was a drunkard's tattoo that was done by homemade kit.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Okay. Now, you're how old? 56?
I'm 56.
56. So you're 56, and technology has changed a lot.
Oh my gosh.
For over the years. I
It-
mean, you
it
started
really
out
has.
with ancient cars.
Well, believe it or not, some of the technology I used in the chopper is coming out today. Some of that technology is that you know, the military, they get their hands on it first when it comes out.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Especially the computer technology.
Yes, there's a lot, especially the gunner seat, the tracking with your eyes.
Yeah,
You know, the little lens up here, and you could track with your eyes.
that's cool. So, how have you watched I'm having a stroke here. How have you watched technology advance in your life?
How have I watched it? Oh, sometimes it just went too fast. I mean, I used to be able to take a computer apart and put it back together and work on them and build them for people. I can't now. It's beyond me. I mean, technology.
Computers
is
now
really,
are-
yeah, it's amazing how much. But the problem with that technology is it has taken away from our younger people the more outside experiences of life.
Yeah.
Younger people now are not as well as in shape as what my generation is.
Yeah, because you were outside climbing trees. And...
Right. And so it's a bad thing that way. And cell phones were a good thing that came out, but what came out that destroyed these generations and the generations to come is social media. It
I can
has
definitely see that.
absolutely destroyed it. And I just don't know what could happen about that.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
I mean, when somebody's more important playing on their phone, texting a buddy through social media, and walks straight out in front of a car, you know?
Yeah, well, that's why you gotta pay attention.
Talk about stupidity, right?
All right, so let's see. College. Did you ever go to college or want to go to college?
I was actually offered a scholarship for swimming for college. I turned it down, went in the Air Force. While I was in the Air Force, I was offered an appointment to Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, and I turned it down like a dumbass.
Yeah.
And I told you why before, because of that first marriage. I do regret that in a way, but in a way I don't, because I look at the life that I have.
That you built.
That I built, and I have no regrets. None.
It all happens for a reason.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to change it up just a little bit and get away from school and all that fun stuff. How old were you when you met my mother, Shannon?
I was 31.
All right. And how old were you when you got married?
I was 32.
31, 32. We weren't together very long, were you?
Nope. Met her in September, married her in February.
That was fast.
Well, it's because she was pregnant, and I would not have her getting having a child out of wedlock, and you were mine, and
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can look at us and see
Yeah,
that.
you can probably see it on the camera too.
Yeah.
Pretty close. Now, as I mentioned in the past, you were married previously, just one other time.
Mm-hmm.
And you did have, well, did you have any?
I gave a child a last name. He wasn't mine genetically,
But it wasn't actually.
but
Okay.
he wasn't actually my child.
What was your job, if you had one, when you got married?
I was a truck driver.
Truck driver?
Yes.
I thought so. And you were a truck driver for
At that time, for
Years.
JB Express.
JB Express.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you ever held any?
No, I take that back. I apologize. It wasn't JB Express. It was a company that's called NBS Trucking. The NBS stood for no bullshit. They even had a cow on there taking a dump with a circle and a marker.
Do you think they're still around?
Yeah, they're out of Bradford, PA.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Now, have you ever held any high-ranking position at a job, like a manager, supervisor?
In the Air Force, crew chief.
Crew chief?
Yes.
Crew chief. What is a crew chief?
He's basically the foreman.
The foreman. Okay. Well, have you ever invented anything, or?
I had ideas for like a perpetual energy.
Never messed with it though?
No, it's just a theory. I didn't have the equipment or tools to actually do it, but I still think it would work.
It probably would. You just can't tell anybody.
Right.
Now, you did write a book.
Oh, yes, I did. And it was kind of like an off year, 1995. I wasn't working at the time. I was watching my little sister and brother for my mother. I was older, you know.
Yeah.
And so I got a typewriter and I just started writing a manuscript about vampires. I'm into vampires. I like that kind of stuff, you know, the immortality.
Yeah.
And I came up with this book called The Blood Wish. It's on Amazon Books. You can find it.
Yeah.
And
you published it.
It wasn't until 2013 that it was published, and the only reason why is my sister, your aunt, kept that manuscript all those years for me. And that's
why the book exists now.
That's why the book exists today.
Now, what are your favorite hobbies? What do you like to do?
I do like playing these older games on the Xbox. The Xbox One, I can play on there. Civilization Revolution. I like Fable. I like watching you guys sometimes playing the games, even though it's hard for my fingers now with the arthritis to do anything, but I want to learn some.
Yeah, which seems like video games.
Yeah. And I definitely love working on engines. Right now I'm not able to, but
yeah,
I do. I can tear a motor apart and put it back together again like nothing. So,
yeah. I was going to say, it seems like video games have been a pretty big part of.
Yeah, it helps with the
family.
PTSD because I do have PTSD. I get, you know, nightmares, things like that.
Yeah. Which I remember we had an Atari at one point.
Yeah,
and a really old Nintendo.
Well, it was one of the remakes. It was a retro version that had the games on it. And
I remember we had one. It was like that big or something.
Oh yeah, and you put the cartridge in it. Yeah,
it was pretty big.
That was old.
So, you enjoy fishing, hunting, drawing, hiking?
I love fishing and hunting.
You like hiking?
Well, I did, but I can't walk so good now.
Yeah. How about camping?
I love to camp. We all need to go out and camp.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would like to do that maybe later this month.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would love that.
You like cooking?
I do. I enjoy cooking. I enjoy putting things together and cooking it, coming up with recipes.
Handiwork?
Yes.
Anything technical that involves making something, pretty much.
Yeah, it's thanks to your grandmother, my mom, that I enjoy cooking, because when I was a teenager, she made me come in the kitchen and she taught me how to cook and told me, one of these days you're going to need to learn this. And she taught me how to sew, because she said one of these days you're going to need to learn how to sew.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, she was right.
Very useful stuff.
Yeah, your grandmother was a great mom. She raised me by herself, basically.
Yeah.
And she did great.
So going back to the cooking.
Yeah.
Is there any recipes that you know?
Oh, yeah.
Or favorite recipes?
Oh, yeah. Here's a rib recipe, okay? So keep your ears open. Okay. You buy some barbecue dry rub, okay? Buy yourself a rack of pork ribs, okay? Then you get yourself some honey barbecue sauce, all right, and you get yourself some honey, real honey, not that fake crap, okay? Now, you take your rack of ribs and you cut them.
Yeah.
You separate them. You roll them around on that dry rub. You cover up the pan. You put them in a pan. You cover the pan. You put them in the oven for about 25-30 minutes at 275. You take them out. Then you add your regular honey. Then you add your barbecue, honey barbecue sauce. And then, let's see, did I forget something? Nope, that's it. Then you cover it all back up again. Then you put it in the oven, 275, for about 40 minutes. They will fall off the rib. They are so good.
It sounds good.
Yeah. I also have one for lasagna too, but that's a long one.
So going alongside food-related stuff, because it seems to be a big topic,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite food from when you were younger?
My favorite food. It's going to sound really funny to you guys, but my grandmother, she made the best eggplant you could ever imagine.
That does sound...
And it was delicious, and that was my favorite. I know how to make it too.
I'll have to write down the recipes.
Yeah.
All right, so we got dozens of more questions, but I think we'll go ahead and we'll finish this one off
Good,
here.
'cause I gotta get up.
Is there anything that you want to say to anybody that may be watching or be going through cancer or anything like that?
Yeah, just stay tuned. You know, I'll let you in on all of it as we go, you know. But to all my descendants, you know, this is me. This is your great, 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 great whatever I am to you, grandfather.
After 100 years from
or
now.
uncle or whatever. And this is me. And I'm buried in Norton, Virginia. And I'll have to get that information and give it to Dakota so he can put it in here. What plot number and all that if they ever want to go and see me.
If it's still around and
Yeah.
after 300 years of
Yeah, it might be.
of overgrowing and
All right, let my legs down.
all right.
I'm getting out of here and let them guys in.
No.
Besides, something's in there making noise.
Which of course, as you've seen already, we've documented a lot of different little things on his channel on YouTube and different updates from time to time. But the day that he found out that it spread, he wanted to go see family in New York. So that's what he did. Now, a part of me knew that when he was going to New York, that would be it. So him and my mom went up there and they had a big get together out at his uncle's, and pretty much the family got together and they had a big party. And then not long after, he was in the hospital. And then from there, he went in the hospital because one of his lungs had collapsed. And that was pretty much what did it in. The cancer had gotten really progressive. I had received the phone call that he was in the hospital, and we went up there. We started to head up there. We got about 2 hours up towards New York, and we ended up turning back because we heard they might life flight him down here. Unfortunately, it wasn't safe to do that. So the next day, when we heard it wasn't safe for them to do that, we went right up there. And I spent every second I could by his side. He passed away August 24th. This year, 2024, in case you're watching this in the future. Now, he had very specific wishes when it came to his funeral, so I did what I could to nail it down the best I could. We had a viewing here in McArthur. It was wonderful. There's a lot of people, but prior to the viewing, we had to get a casket. Now, it's very expensive, so we ended up going more custom on ours. We found one that was it was built, it was never used. It was oak up towards Michigan. So we went up, got it, brought it down, sanded it down, cleaned it up a lot, stained it, And then we ended up putting a picture of him in his dress blues when he was in the military right inside the door when you open it, along with the Masonic and Air Force medallion. Then from there, we did some betting and stuff. And pretty much me, Lex, Jacob, and Gabby helped make all that happen real quick. So we had the viewing in McArthur. A lot of people showed up. A lot of people left a couple little things for him. We had a nice setup going, pictures, different things that meant something to him or the family. And towards the end there, which mind you, the hurricane was hitting us as well. I'll mention that. Weather was awful at the viewing. Hurricane outside, the power went out a couple times during the actual service. And then at the end of it, we took them out. They did the flag folding and the gun salutes, which of course I made sure we got pictures and videos of all that. And then from there, we rested that night, and the next morning we met in Albany, Ohio, and we pretty much convoyed all the way to Norton, Virginia to meet at a funeral home so he can be put in the back of a truck that him and his cousin Daniel decided on. Now from there, we had a police escort to the cemetery where we then were supposed to have another Air Force service and Masonic service. However, the Air Force could not make it up because of the hurricane and the road conditions, which is completely understandable. So Jacob and I went through and we pretty much did what we could to make it work with the flag folding, if you will. The Masonic guys did their thing too, which was wonderful. And overall, I think it was perfect. So I think that's really all I have to say. The drive up there down there was crazy, windy, but also very pretty. And I see why he wanted to be buried down there. It was beautiful. But I think that concludes this documentary. I know we had plans to do more, but unfortunately we never got to do more. So I guess we're gonna have a nice long documentary of my dad and his life. There might be more stuff added to this after I get done filming this little segment here in the basement, or maybe not, but that concludes it. Thank you guys for watching and all the support throughout this and everybody that showed up.